Hello, I'm Milt Schoen. I'm the Hennepin County Veteran Service Officer. I want to tell you about the initiative of the Minnesota County Veteran Service Officers and our National Guard that has helped our Minnesota Guard troops as they've returned from their deployments. Our reintegration initiative with the Minnesota National Guard. Our work to make sure that our Minnesota troops who return to Minnesota are connected to the veterans benefits that they've earned, that they get the health care from the VA that they're entitled to, the dental care, and if they sustained any injuries, that story is known and that someone in their county veteran service officer, can help them. That is what this project is about, and it's also about the National Guard's efforts to make sure that their troops succeed as they return to civilian life. In 2006, 30% of Guard and National Guard troops nationwide enrolled in VA health care when they returned from their deployments. Because of this initiative in Minnesota, over 99% of our Minnesota National Guard troops returning from deployment are enrolled in VA health care. After a National Guard troop completes his or her service to their country, they fly back. They're greeted by fellow soldiers as they come off the airplane. They're recognized for what they've done. Then they're bused back to their fort for demobilization. They will go through several days of briefings and filling out paperwork. The last day, they will be bused in to the demobilization site. They get off the buses and they walk in, and they're welcomed by all the county veteran service officers and all the other providers, and thanked for the service that they've provided our country. National Guard troops who have been on previous deployments will share their experiences and some of the pitfalls that they went through upon their return to civilian life, and will tell them about what the rest of the evening is going to be like. They will go into breakout sessions. They'll be meeting on motor vehicle safety with the State Highway Patrol. They'll be meeting with the job service people. They'll be meeting with people from the Department of Revenue and being connected to them. They'll meet with Bob Davis, who's the chair of our County Veteran Service Officer Reintegration Committee, and he will tell them what they are going to be doing with County Veteran Service Officers that evening.
Our only job is to work for you and your families. And we want to make sure that you're back 20 years from now better than you were when you left a year ago. That's my goal. Then before you leave this room, you will meet with the County Veteran Service Officer for a one-on-one of any concerns or issues that you have while you've been deployed, while you've been activated, during your National Guard career.
And we have them tell the stories about what happened to them during their deployment, so if they sustained any injuries, that we would be able to apply them for benefits. This is what we did in Minnesota to make sure that our National Guard troops could succeed in their community, with their family, and in the future.
Minnesota was the first to institute a comprehensive Yellow Ribbon program for soldiers coming back from their deployments. And in fact, the results of 2007 and 2008, the National Defense Authorization Act mandated by law every state and territory to have a program modeled after Minnesota's. We're there to offer resources and training, basically give them the skills and tools to deal with the challenges of deployment before, during, and after. So Beyond Yellow Ribbon means more than just training now. It actually ties into our community outreach effort as well, where we're developing Yellow Ribbon communities, Yellow Ribbon counties and cities, churches, campuses, and schools and companies, because we're trying to build these enduring networks of support. Yes, I did deploy, actually, and came back in 2007. Actually, it was part of a 22-month deployment with the 1st Brigade Combat Team. It was a year later, actually, that I actually went and sought out my County Veteran Service Officer, only because I met him here a year before. And it was that face-to-face connection, you see, when I realized it wasn't just a guy on a piece of paper or a phone number. I met Stuart in person, so I knew where to go. And people like Bob Davis, who you know, it's people like that who advocate for us in person that makes the difference. So a year later, I did seek out help with the VA, and I got service connected, and I got my problems taken care of in the most professional and timely manner, more than I ever expected.